Hello, welcome to this class. I am Giulia and I am a trauma-informed yoga teacher. I invite you to find a comfortable seated position on the mat. You can sit on a pillow if that feels more comfortable. At the beginning of this class, I invite you to simply breathe. If it feels right, you can place your hands on your heart, or one hand on your heart and one on your belly. What do you feel? Do you notice the gentle rise and fall of your breath? Take your time. I invite you to come into your breath at your own time. You can make a change or come out of this position at any time. This is your practice and always your choice. I want you to hear that this class is a safe space. You can always come out of an asana or do another variation that feels better on your body. When you feel like taking a break, you can always come out. Or when the still moments feel too still, you can always bring movement into these moments. You are the expert of you, and your choices matter. This class is going to be a very gentle class, where you get the opportunity to stay in poses for longer, which creates the opportunity to really focus on how your body feels in certain positions. I invite you to pay attention to this during the class. How does your body feel? Does it change while you hold the asana? How could you change an uncomfortable position to make it better for your body? I will ask these questions during the class, and if it feels right for you, you can answer them. I invite you to take a few moments to connect to the fact that you got here on your mat today. So often that is the hardest part. Please know that if you want to find one position that resonates with you and stay here for the entire class, that would be amazing. I honor you for just arriving on your mat today. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes again and rest your hands in your lap or on your side. And slowly start to welcome back movement into the body. I invite you to join me in a seated cat-cow and to let your breath guide your movements. Gently rounding and arching the spine, opening up the chest and your heart chakra, bringing some movement into the body. Move in a way that feels right for you. How do these movements feel on your body? Do you think that something else would feel more comfortable? If so, you can join me in body rolls or any other movement that feels right. If the cat-cow really resonated with you, you can just keep on going with that. When you are ready, you can switch to the other side. When you are ready, you can come to center. I invite you to join me in a couple of deep breaths, raising the arms above the head and bringing them back to your heart. Let the breath guide you. If it feels right on your next exhale, you can bend to the side. Notice how the side of your body feels in this moment. And then when you are ready, switch to the other side. Does this side feel different? More open or more tight? When you feel ready, you can come back to center. And if it feels right for you, I want to invite you to come into a tabletop position and find your strength in this position. Feeling how your legs and arms work together to hold up your body, and feel how the strength of your core, the powerhouse of your body, makes this alignment possible. If you want to stay in this position and experience a bit more, feel free to do so. If adding movement feels right on your body, you can join me in a cat-cow or move intuitively. On my inhale, I start to look up to the sky and pull my shoulders down. And on my exhale, I round the spine and bring my tailbone towards my navel. I want to invite you to do these movements at your own pace. And when you feel like your body is done moving, I want to invite you to come into a child's pose. How does your body feel in a child's pose? Where do you feel a stretch or a sensation? Do you want to change or adapt this pose? Here are some other variations you can try that might feel better on your body in this moment. You can open your knees to find a stretch in your inner thighs and have a hip opening sensation. Or you can rest your arms on your side with your knees closed. You can bring both hands to one side in front of you to feel a nice stretch in the side of your body. Or you can join me and bring your hands into prayer position above your head. I find that this pose has a calming effect on me. You can find your variation of that. You are welcome to use a pillow to rest your head or your body on. I want to invite you to honor the messages your nervous system is sending you. This might mean bringing movement into this position, or coming out and walking around and stretching. Your body is sending you messages, and I invite you to listen to them. You decide what your practice looks like. I want you to know that if at any point during this class emotions come up, it is okay. It is okay to feel them and to cry. It is okay to let them out. We are releasing the emotions and stored trauma in this class. At this point during the class, does your body feel like it would benefit from a deeper stretch in your shoulders? If you feel that you would benefit from this, and the moment feels right, you can join me in a puppy pose. Basically, what we can do to get into this puppy pose is get onto all fours and then place your underarms flat on the floor while trying to keep your hips above your knees. Depending on how deep you want to go, you can slide your arms forward and bring your forehead or chin to the floor. You can also use a pillow to rest your head on if that feels right. When you are ready, you can slide forward with your body and look up to the sky, or bring your head down to the floor. I invite you to join me in a couple of cobra lifts. How you can do this is place your hands next to your chest and start lifting up your body from your head and then bring it back down. You can connect your breath to your movement, inhaling, coming up, and exhaling, bringing your head back to the floor. In this pose, you can squeeze your glutes together to avoid harming your back. You can do this as many times as your body is asking of you, and in the pace that feels right in this moment. When you feel like your body is done doing this movement, you can come back into a child's pose. I invite you to try a different variation of a child's pose and see what feels different in your body and how this variation specifically is affecting you different. When you feel emotions rise up, I want to invite you, if this feels right, to visualize the emotions melt away as your muscles loosen up and the tension in the muscles melts away. You can grab a pillow to rest your head on, or maybe you want to place it under your belly to rest your body and take some of the weight off. If it feels right, you can come out of the child's pose and come into a low lunge. You can use the pillow under your knee to soften the ground. To get into the low lunge, you can place your foot in front of you and you can move your knee above your foot. I invite you to find a nice stretch in the psoas muscle of the back leg. Feel free to adjust your stance till you have found the best position for you. You can change the placement of your hands as well. Maybe you want to place them on your back or lift them to the sky. Listen to what messages your body is sending you. If it feels right on your body, you can start to move your front leg to the side and bring your hands to the floor into a lizard pose. In this position, I like to slightly point my toes to the outside. Maybe you want to stay here, or maybe you want to drop your knee to the outside. Maybe even push it a little further. How does this feel? Feel free to stay here for as long as you wish to. I am now going to switch to the other side. starting with a low lunge on the other side. I invite you to find that right position for you again and place your hands however you like to. Does this side feel different from the other side? And how so? When you are ready, I invite you to join me into a lizard pose. Find what variation feels best on your body. You are welcome to stay here for as long as you wish to, or come out and sit back into a child's pose with me. I invite you to see how your body feels different in a child's pose right now as it did from the beginning of the class. When you feel ready, you can come out of the child's pose. I invite you to come sit in a comfortable position in the middle of your mat and bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. You can place them close to your body or a bit further away, whatever feels right for you. Then you can decide to press down your knees or to bend forward or just stay where you are right now. I invite you to explore your breath at a pace that feels right for you. See what effect your breath has on the stretch that you are feeling in your body right now. Maybe you want to breathe into the places of tension and slowly visualize them melt away. Take your time here, there is no rush. And if this doesn't feel right for you, then simply listen to your body and don't do this. I invite you to come out of this position and join me in a savasana. Now I understand that laying on your back in stillness can be scary and intimidating. So don't worry, you can adjust your position at any time, at any moment. You can also use pillows, blankets, blocks to find the most comfortable position for you. And to begin, I want to invite you to first hug your knees into your chest. Maybe you want to move your body around a little, kinda getting used to laying there on your back. And then when you are ready, you can bring your legs and arms to the floor. Rest is deeply personal, and you are always in choice around what feels best for you. I invite you to find this final savasana that supports your body. Know that you could at any moment explore one shape and shift at any time to increase your comfort. Perhaps explore laying on your side and using any props to support your body. If you'd like, you could explore laying on your belly and resting your head on your hands. You always have the option to close your eyes during the practice or keep them opened. You can also close off the practice in a seated meditation with your eyes opened, closed, or finding a soft gaze. Find any variation that feels comfortable for you. It might feel nice to lie on your back and bring the soles of your feet together, opening up the knees. Or maybe you want to place your feet flat on the floor and bring your knees close together. And if it feels safe, you could explore resting on your back and placing one hand on your belly and one on your heart. And notice how your breath rises your belly and your chest. I invite you to take this moment to reflect on the class and how it affected you, your mind, and your body. Feel free to stay here for as long as you want to. I am coming out and the video will end in a minute, but you can stay here and rest. I invite you to take a moment to appreciate yourself and send yourself gratitude for taking care of yourself today, for stepping onto your mat and doing something that brings you great benefits. I want to invite you to journal out your thoughts and everything that has come up during this class. Let all your thoughts and emotions out on paper. And remember that at any point during the day, you can bring this peaceful energy that you have cultivated during this class with you. I hope this class benefits you, and I hope to see you again. Namaste.